Russia. Asking question, dear Guru Maharaj.
So,
What we need to do for new people who come to ISKCON for them to stay and become more serious to practice Krishna consciousness.
Prabhupada said that we should not give too many rules and regulations. We should be very friendly and engage people according to their likes. So if they like to do particular things, say they like computer or they like agriculture, whatever they like, engage them in that. Make it interesting and treat them very nice. That's what Srila Prabhupada said that in some letters, how to preach to the intelligent people. Is that all right, Ivan? Next question. Today, Leela Manavi left her body. She was a very dedicated devotee in Malaysia. She was the wife of
Ravi Lochan. Ravi Lochan.
Ravi Lochan Rule. She was the chairperson for the ladies' wing of the Hindu Sangha. And she had a TV show. She showed people how to cook vegetarian prasadam. And she did a lot of different outreach programs. So today she left the world, and we like to glorify her. And I really can pray for her smooth transfer to the spiritual world by chanting Hare Krishna 3 times. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Jai Magasi. Next question.
Next question, Rahita Shivalingam. She is asking, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept our respectful obeisances unto the dust of your lotus feet. How should a mother deal with a growing son who is in his teenage?
Well, Sanaya Pandit, he said that for the first 5 years, they should let kids do whatever they want, more or less. From 6 to 15, be very strict with the children. And 16 up, be like a friend and try to convince them of the right thing to do. But as a friend, as the Chanakya Pandit said. But you can talk to today the youth minister is in Myanmar, so he may have more experience. You can talk to him, Manadas.
Manoram. Manoram.
Huh?
Manoram.
Manoram.
Manaram.
Next question, what is the proper mood to carry on bhakti even we commit mistake unintentionally? Gunagrahi Gaurangadas.
We may commit mistakes. We should we should beg for forgiveness, and we should continue to do our devotional service, being more and more careful. If we realize we did a mistake, we can ask for forgiveness. I saw that even in one of the prayers to Lord Krishna, the devotee says, I have committed innumerable offenses. Please forgive me and engage me in your service. I surrender to your lotus feet. So, the offenses we commit, knowingly or unknowingly, but we should be humble, try to correct any mistakes we make, and continue to render devotional service. Haribo. If you have any question, contact you can write down on paper, send up. If you on the internet, if anyone has sent a question.
In Mayapur,
In Mayapur,
mostly devotees are very busy in their services. We don't have close association with devotees. We feel to be alone in the crowd. How to fill up this vacuumness?
the other question.
Alone in the crowd.
Alone in the crowd.
How to fill up this cup?
The other question.
Yes.
Yes, no.
Yes.
So, well, if you're busy like everyone else, then you'll feel like one amongst the others. But if you want to talk to someone and they're all busy, then you go to the book tables and look like you're going to buy a book. And I'll talk with you for a while. What is that? There is time when the devotees talk to each other. But during the day, they may be very busy. So, there's a help desk during the festival. And always go to the help desk. Either to ask for help or to sit behind the desk and people come for you to ask for help.
Nice.
Or you come at night, program at night, I'll be happy to talk to you. Ask their questions.
It's 9:30.
Alright,
How to develop submissive mood, keeping aside false ego, while carrying out services under authorities. While carrying out services under authority. Saranagati Gauradas. The question again, Guru Maharaj? Question again. How to develop submissive mood, keeping false ego while carrying out services under authority. Saranagati Gauradas.
that was a nice name. Saranagati means surrender. It's the fire name. Lord Chaitanya said in the third verse of the Shikshastra, which they chant here every morning, Anadavi Sunejana Sarariva Ahishana Amanena Mandarina Kirtaniya Sahari. Be more humble than a blade of grass. Prabhupada described, they step on grass, it bends over. It's humble. When you walk away from the grass it comes back up. So, that way, we should be humble, at the same time, resilient. We go all right when, in the course of time, we're more tolerant than a tree. A tree stands there in the rain, in the heat, in the wind. People all cut branches from the tree and make toothbrushes. One devotee was, Prabhupada said he wanted a neem tree. There was a neem tree outside his window. So they hang out of the window, get a neem branch. Prabhupada said, no, don't do that. Don't worry, Prabhupada, I did it many times. Maybe, but don't do it in front of me. But Prabhupada didn't want it. He was afraid towards the devotee. Maybe he'll fall. But that way a tree is very tolerant. We should be tolerant. And we should offer respect to others. Don't expect any appreciation or respect for ourselves. And that way we can always chant the holy name. Sasanati is the actual mood we should have. Surrender. And whether our authority treats us very nice with a smile, or if he treats us harsh, we're not doing it for the authority as such. We're doing it to please Krishna. And if the authority is giving us a service we can do, we appreciate it. Thank you for giving us service. Another question?
One of the qualities we develop is humbleness and tolerance. Sometimes devotees, this result in taking advantage of others. Example, at work, for example. What should we do to avoid this? Your servant and spiritual daughter, Shyama Vallabha Gopi Devidasi.
Be polite. What? Do what you're able to do. If someone's asking you to do something which you think is not correct or beyond your scope, then you can say, oh, I'm sorry, but be very polite. Humility doesn't mean that you do everything that anyone tells you.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.